Hello, children. Welcome to another. We're not doing a bucket show. Holiday edition.
2 in a row, not bucket show.
2 in a row, not bucket show.
Not a bucket show.
Would that be called the Fuck It Show?
Yes.
It's the bucket
also my
show.
birthday
Welcome
week,
to
so
episode 2, Fuck It Show. Jesus, it's your birthday.
very close to it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jesus.
Hey.
It's your birthday.
Well, like most Jewish holidays, it's like a week long, so
I want to apologize for getting you M&Ms. I wasn't thinking.
it's okay. I forgive you.
Okay, thank you.
Because you know I'm vegan now.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it true that when they hung you on the cross, you were totally like, dude, Peter, I can totally see your house from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you turned loaves into fishes, how big were those fishes?
You actually clearly haven't read the Bible. I separated loaves into many more loaves and then the fish into many more fish.
I stand corrected.
Boom.
You're confusing that with wine, which doesn't surprise me.
Jesus knows his shit.
That's the first time I've believed that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, for the holiday season, we will start off today with a dramatic reading of Christmas by R.J. Owens.
The third time I've read this. 'Twas the day after Christmas, and up in the sky, Santa Claus and his reindeer were flying so high. All of the presents were given away, an empty toy sack on the floor of the sleigh. Their mission complete, they headed for home, flying over ocean all full of sea foam. When all of a sudden the wind blew a gale, and off of his head Santa's hat it did sail. Down fell the hat to the sea waves below. It was swallowed and sank very deep, very slow. Under a reef, unaware of the hat, the octopus Chris reclined as he sat. He knew not of Christmas, or Santa, or snow. There was no Christmas in the ocean below. No presents, no tree, no carols or bells. No Christmas at all below the blue swells. But that, my dear friends, was all set to change. As the hat met his head, Chris was feeling quite strange. Santa's hat, it was magic, full of holiday cheer. Chris was transformed. Christmas did appear. His 8 long legs lit up like a star, and his smile grew wide as the light shone afar. The fish saw the light for miles around as Christmas rose from the sea to dry ground. There on the shore, he crawled on the beach. A rusty old wagon he was able to reach. Barry the wino, asleep on the sand, awoke and decided to give Chris a hand. With his shiny red nose leading all the way, "Where do he goes?" he drunkenly say. Christmas pointed towards the shops in the town. Barry pulled on the wagon, dragging Christmas round. They stopped at the butcher for sausage and cheese. Barry ate from the trash on his hands and his knees. Now loaded with meat, the wagon was full. 'Twas almost too heavy for Barry to pull. Still pull it he did. House to house they did go, giving sausage to children whose grades were too low, or did not excel in sports or good looks, or were otherwise left off Santa's gift books. Yes, all of the plain children, not special at all, no matter how boring, no matter how small, no matter how timid, no matter how scared, Christmas showed them that somebody cared. Barry kept pulling to every kid, and only one child refused meat from a squid. With all of the sausage dispensed to their cause, who should appear but old Santa Claus? "Give me my hat!" he yelled at the pair. He snatched it and covered his thinning gray hair. "Just what in the heck is this all about? An octopus pulled by a strange drunken lout? Well, not on my watch," he said with no smile. Santa Claus had been watching them both for a while. From a camera inside of his hat, he had seen Chris and Barry's adventure on his big North Pole screen. "I admire your spunk and your spirit of Yule, but you can't just give gifts to any old fool. Some kids don't deserve it. They don't make my list. You mess with my system, the jolly elf hissed. Go back to the ocean, stop drinking, you slob, and leave me alone to do my dang job. With that, Santa flew to his sleigh overhead, cracked the whip on his reindeer. To the North Pole they sped. Barry said, Chris, I'm out of here, man. So sorry to leave you, but I need a beer. Barry walked off, leaving Chris in the wagon. He needed some water, his tentacles sagging. Christmas worried that this was the end when he heard a small voice say, Here you go, friend. One of the children, so boring and dim, was there with some water in time to save him. The tyke, she pulled Chris all the way back to shore, where the sands meet the water where he started before. Santa's the jerk, said the child to Chris. Chris nodded his head. He was so octo-pissed. Chris slipped from the side of the wagon he'd found and basked in the cool of the wet, sandy ground. The child waved goodbye, and Chris swam away, back down to the reef after such a long day. After reclining again in his chair, he opined on thoughts of the hat fate forced him to find. Christmas, he thought, is cruel and unfair. Some bask in their gifts, while others despair. And why such a fuss over one single day? Shouldn't you always give sausage away? And who was this Santa to judge and decree who deserved Christmas and who was naughty? The thought of it all nearly made him feel sick as he turned off the lights with a tentacle flick. Chris fell fast asleep, his heart satisfied. He had not saved Christmas, but at least he had tried. So the next time you lay out the cookies and milk, don't forget Christmas and all of his ilk. The drunk and the timid, the plain and the small, the ones all forgotten from St. Nick's roll call. In place of the cookies, leave a sausage instead. So Santa's reminded, Christmas is not dead.
Yay. Thank you, RJ.
All right, I got to go to brunch. There are a lot of people on the chat here thanking you for foregoing part of your dinner time today to stick around and do that.
I hope you know how much of a difficulty that was for me.
That is a hardship.
That's a huge sacrifice.
It
and
is.
It is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, that's a huge sacrifice.
Fucking Jesus.
Fucking Jesus rubbing salt in the wounds, man.
Yeah, pick one.
Like a thorn to my forehead.
Exactly.
Real spear in my side.
Thanks, guys. I'm Stigmata here.
RJ
Owens, everyone.
Kicking off our holiday spectacular. On Twitter, someone asked if we were going to do a crossover episode like we did last year with Geek Shock, and I said, fuck no. But now we have two people from Geek Shock here.
Yeah, we're halfway there. We're
We have
halfway there.
Barry and Andrew. Barry, you were perfectly framed over RJ's shoulder as he was reading on the camera angle.
Yeah.
I really wanted you to start masturbating.
Well,
Perfect.
Also,
angle.
you were on camera.
Yeah.
so Barry is the
Barry the Wino, the namesake.
Barry the namesake of Barry the Wino. Yes. Mhm.
Yes. Thank you. Bye, guys.
What happened? What's happening?
See you, RJ.
No, that's
Why
not
don't you sit in the chair there,
Get
Andy?
your hands off my shit, Andrew, you klepto.
Sit in the red.
Andrew, sit in the red.
All right.
So here's Fact Check Andy, the artist
Hello. Surprise.
behind Christmas Puss. Thanks to all you scoops who have bought Christmas Puss again this season. It's been selling like hotcakes. There's only like 6 copies left on Amazon right now, and just buying them through the directly through the Pop Goes the Icon website. We really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, if you look in the chat, there is a direct link to the Amazon page where you can purchase your own copy of Christmas Puss.
Hooray.
I think, Paul, you wanted to go directly to Pop
Pop Goes the Icon gets us a little bit more profit.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So ignore that link.
If you're on Twitch, just smash your computer right now with a hammer.
Yeah.
Now, Jesus,
Yes.
and you're not always thrilled with the competition you get from Santa Claus in terms of attention on
Not
your
at all,
birthday,
no.
right? So does Christmas Puss bring a smile to your face, or do you find it to be like a further distraction?
I actually feel like it's the final right way to treat that motherfucker. Seriously. Like, my whole thing's about loving everyone. And his whole like naughty and nice list. I mean, there's just Life is short enough. I mean, we'll have time for that later, but
You're right.
Now, as any author and artist, as you look over the pages of this thing you created, what line do you regret the most? What picture do you wish you could change?
The ones that Paul made me get rid of. The dangerous sausage to little girl's face pictures.
actually, I missed that. I missed that one too. I think that's
Yeah.
the most accurate representation of the current Catholic Church. So
Fucking or Hollywood, or
Yep.
it's a bad time. It's a bad time to be waving your sausage around anywhere.
It was
Anybody?
the Weinstein shot.
Yeah. That's a different.
Paul, any
movie
regrets
entirely.
now looking back on it? Let me go back and rewrite.
Nope.
Paul, it's gold, just all gold.
No, not necessarily all gold, but I'm happy with it. There's nothing that I go, oh.
Oh, I'll tell you the one I argued with him on was pissed. I didn't think. I thought he went and cut all the swear. Originally, it was much more cursive, and he cut them all out and left pissed in. And I'm like, pissed is still a swear. I swear it is. And he disagreed.
Pissed did. It did kick
It's
it
on the
up a
list.
notch to me.
Yeah.
It did kick it up a notch.
All right, fresh ears. This is
That's the first
you
time-
noticed this.
Okay.
I have to say that I really enjoyed the story as a whole. Were you intending that this was something that could be enjoyed? That this was going to be like a children's thing, or
It's
were
an
you like?
all ages thing.
It's kind of like a Shel Silverstein Chris Kid.
It's kind of, yeah. It's like Shrek. It's something
thing-
that you can enjoy as an.
There you go.
adult.
Now you've got a pop goes the icon a link on the chat there, so
Thank
you
you,
can
Jake.
click
Done,
on
sir.
that.
So, yeah, the thing that inspired me was the Father Christmas by,
Bob Geldof.
no, what's his name?
everybody drink.
Damn it. The artist.
Oh.
Just
Once again, we are talking to F. Andrew
Raymond
Taylor,
Briggs.
the illustrator
Yes.
of Christmas Puss,
Raymond Briggs' Father Christmas
and Paul Mattingly, author of Christmas Puss,
was the book that inspired me the most.
and Jesus,
And it
they're all.
dabbled in like,
and Brent Mackay.
it was the adult version of what Santa would have to go through to get everything ready for Christmas, having to feed the deer and going out there in his underwear and going to the outhouse and getting some beer from a friend after he'd done all his deliveries and being like, way to go. Like he was really
Yeah.
happy they had one friend that gave him some alcohol and that kind of thing. And so I was like, I love that as a kid. So I was like, that's what I
You
want
want
a little
pissed in there
I want a little edge on it.
because to you, beer is piss. So you're
Yeah,
like,
right.
I would like that.
I just wanted there to be a little edge on it. I do.
We have taught my kids to say "what the heck,"
Yeah.
and we thought that was a good thing.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they say it, and other kids go like, "Ooh,"
Oh.
Wow.
and I go
Oh,
like,
my
"Fucking, we
goodness.
can't say heck anymore.
That's ridiculous.
We can't fucking say
We can't
heck.
fucking say heck, you
That
little
was
shit."
that was
Jesus.
stupid when I was a kid.
And I actually prefer they say hell because I think that's really you need to drive that point home. You need to really, they really need to know about hell.
Right.
Like,
That's true.
I can't stress that enough.
How do you feel about HE double hockey sticks?
It's just so. Who has the time?
That's a lot, right?
Who has the time?
I will say, as
If
far
you're
as
Canadian, I get it.
Yeah, sure.
The Vegas Golden Knights love it.
I wrote the sequel to Christmas Puss, and I do need to get in there at some point and figure out a way, as I put octopus in this one. In the next one, I want to put preoccupied.
Preoccupied. Nice.
Nice.
I thought you were gonna say octopussy, and I was like, "Go for it."
No,
Paul.
not
You
putting
got-
octopussy
You
in
got
it.
piss in there.
Nope. And then
Octopoop? What about octopoop?
No.
What about Octopussy Cat?
All right. How about just octo wieners?
What's up, octopussy cat?
No.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Christmas Puss does have 8 penises.
Have we thought about octavagina?
Octina,
Octina.
Octina?
Angina.
There we
when
go.
Finally do the.
I actually married Octina. She needed citizenship.
When we finally do the Christmas live musical, we'll have the Octopussy Cats
Right.
as a backup section.
Is Josie gonna be there too?
Sure.
Josie and Dr. Pussycat?
Long
The
tails and
Octopussy
ears
Cats.
and
Well, guys, as you know, it wouldn't be a Christmas special without some music, and so here we have a song here called "When I Married Octina on Christmas."
Coming right up. Just gotta summon that.
I Octina on Christmas. This is, of course, sung by Brent Mackay.
Of course.
As is tradition.
Yes.
As is our first, as is our establishing of this tradition.
I just married Octina, and I want to get in her vagina. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum. She's from Russia, and I'm rushing to get inside of that big old bush and start my busting inside of that vag, in that vag, yes, in that big old vag. She's from another country.
There's a reindeer coming.
She sent in a box, and now I'm going to fuck her box.
Oh, I love that song.
Yes.
Hooray!
Classic.
Love
That old
song.
classic.
It's just brings it
kinda.
really lets me know like Christmas is here. Like, first time I hear that walking around in the mall, I'm like, oh, I should start thinking about shopping.
I never forget the first time I unwrapped the box and inside was a woman.
Rick,
From another country.
for me, it's the word bush that always triggers Christmas. Christmas.
Let me
bush.
tell you, it was
Yep.
burning.
Yeah.
And then my bush was burning slightly after that.
There were 4 years in the 90s. Spidoni was very confused. He thought it was always Christmas. And then he took 8 years off, and then there were 8 more years
Yeah.
where he just thought it was always Christmas.
It turns out if you have a burning bush, you need 12 days of Christmas for medicated shampoo. So after your 12 days of Christmas, you should be able to.
Christmas bush would also be another good sequel.
Oh, Christmas bush.
I had a moment today. My child talking about like what kids learn. So when you have children, which I believe I'm looking around the room, I'm the only one here with.
No, I have-
no,
Hey,
so
all of you.
yeah. But you don't like take care of children.
Oh no way! I'm very passive about this whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah, in like a global way, you look out.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
children. yeah.
You're a hands-off dad.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Your kids will just come into the bathroom, and you kind of leave the door open because the alternative is that they just cry and pound the door if you lock it to go to the bathroom, right?
Huh.
And so what happens is whether you're, regardless of what you're doing in the bathroom, they come barging in. And so if you're dropping a deuce, they come in. And so I have courtesy flushed in front of my children, as
Okay.
I do not. I want minimal my shit in their
That's-
in their lungs.
That's good fathering.
And that's what I said. I was like, "Dear Pope, check this out."
You don't go full
Dear
poopery.
Pope.
So today, my kids are getting older and they're potty training, but they still need me to wipe their butts, right?
I thought you were going to say show them how it's done.
No, but more and more they want their time, right? So they'll go like, "I have to poop," and you go like, "Go, buddy, go!" And then they go, and so if you go to follow them, they go like, "No, wait, stay here. I'll let you know." Like they both do this. My 2-year-old, my 4-year-old, both kind of go like, "I'll let you know when I need you. I want my own private poop time now." Which I was like, "Fucking."
Wait, so they're just going to summon you when it's time to wipe their ass?
That's-
correct. Like I'm the wiping butler. I'm
Okay.
the wiping butler. I
You have a
can't.
the-
bell
the
yet? We have
hypocrisy.
a bell.
Send,
That's the next thing.
That's the next thing to be like.
That's white bell.
I'm ready for the wiping.
Here's-
And so my oldest son now tells me
Thank you.
how many
I just pooped a little.
how many wipes he will require.
Wow. Whoa.
So now he'll go
Can we
like
guess the
he'll
number?
go, "Dad, can you I'll go, "Dad, can you use 2 wipes on this one?" He'll say as I come into the bathroom after he summoned me.
Yeah.
And so today he's like, "Dad, I'm gonna need like 4 wipes on this one." He like let me know there's a 4 wiper, right? And so I was like, "You got it." But before that, he goes like, he goes, "I'm going to the bathroom," and then no, don't come. And then he goes, "Dad," and he goes, he goes, "Okay, I'm gonna poop." And then, like you, I'm gonna flush, but still poop more.
Oh.
You've taught him the courtesy.
Learning.
nice.
So that was my
That is
kid-
good parenting.
That was
Yeah.
my kid's interpretation of a courtesy flush. He's just observing, and he knows. Sometimes you flush as you go.
That is
You know?
excellent
poop more.
parenting.
Yeah.
Do you use the wipes, like the baby wipes, or are you guys monsters?
We use a sandblaster.
Okay.
We just hose it up.
Does the job.
So anytime my kids have to poop, they go to the bathroom, and while before they summon me, I run to Home Depot.
Yeah.
I rent a power washer.
Have either of the kids had to go the muffler route?
The muffler. No, you know what happens is that sometimes they well basically so as you potty train they'll just pee themselves sometimes out of fatigue. They're tired. They don't feel like telling you about it.
Huh.
They're like, I could say I have to pee, but I don't want to. Like playing. Oh shit! I just peed all my pants. But then you have basically kind of like your barriers there, where sometimes you take their underwear off and let them go commando style as you take their wet underwear and put it someplace and hope no one
Burn
notices
it.
that you're walking around with urine in your pocket.
Yeah. Or children's underwear.
Or
in your
children's
pocket,
underwear,
for that
right?
matter.
Like, I have this.
Both bad.
And out of a panic, I was like, "There's not my kids."
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
no,
Oh, God damn it. That's worse.
But and then you put on the pants and then hope that they don't go through that as well. That they learn their lesson when you shake them, saying you pee in a toilet, motherfucker.
I want to know how accurate are they when they tell you how many wipes it's going to be?
I was gonna
how
ask,
accurate are they
yes.
on that?
Thank you for asking.
Yes.
That's a talent.
Yeah.
I still to this day don't know.
Very.
Wow. They're already better than me because I'm with Brent. I have no idea.
Yeah.
They do express an accurate amount that they have pooped.
They're white
Yeah.
whisperers.
Which I realized that you lose that in time,
Yeah.
right? Because sometimes I get up and I go like, "Good Lord, I had no idea."
I'm gonna tell
I
you.
done filled it up.
And there's wiping where I'm like, this is gonna take a while. 1 wipe, 2 wipes.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm done.
Yeah.
Last week when my dad wiped my asshole,
Yeah.
I was way off on the number.
Oh,
yeah.
I should have gone over. I went under.
You went under.
went
You got
under.
up and you're like, "Oh God."
Cantor Gaming was not pleased.
My kid is definitely with company. My kid has definitely come out and been like, "Dad, I think my butt's still dirty." Like just straight up. And I'm like,
All right.
So
let's
it's
go
something you don't
back.
mind
It's back in the
overestimating.
potty, buddy. Let's do this.
I'd say just to err on the side of safety, go anywhere between 23 and 45.
Wipes. Just go through the package. Yeah. Just make it like a magician pulls a handkerchief out of his sleeve. Just be a string of just Wipe City heading down into it.
Wipe City.
So one of the times I think Price is Right rules is a good idea.
Yep.
Because definitely going over can't really hurt anybody.
Nope.
Yeah. You don't want Price is Right rules in there at all. Brent,
Yes.
Christmas. You don't go home for Christmas. You do go home for Christmas.
Not this year. No.
Not this year.
No.
Most of the family's still in Hawaii.
Yes, my mom's from Hawaii, so that whole side's there. Dad's from Washington State, so it's all spread out across the West Coast.
Yeah, then no one stays. If you from Hawaii, you stay
If you
there.
have the option between Washington State and Hawaii in December.
If you're Washington State, there's a point at least once in your life where you're like, what's anywhere else like?
yeah.
Yeah, pretty
You know?
much.
And so then your family's all over the place. Mm-hmm. Jesus, when you come back, to walk on the earth, what's your favorite spot to like pop up?
Oh, I like downtown Vegas.
Okay, good. A lot of people say they see you down there. Yeah.
That explains
like
the topless nuns down there.
I like going to homeless shelters just to point and laugh at them.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Occasionally I'll show up in schools just to, sort of thank them for getting rid of me.
How do you make
ironically,
the
of course.
time to get on toast?
That's actually that was a mistake. It was actually just it sort of looked like me. I think they were reaching. They wanted it to look like me. I've never appeared on any toast. My mother though has appeared on several objects. but
Yeah?
yeah.
What about a muffin? Like an English
Done
muffin?
toast.
I wouldn't mind that. Yeah.
Okay.
We actually have another Christmas song for our special today.
Uh-oh.
It is like I saw Mommy appearing on toast.
Yeah.
I saw Mommy appearing on toast on that. It's a big holiday gem.
Sure.
I'll just pull
Holiday
up the
spectacular.
scriptures.
I'll stall. Brent,
Yes.
as a Hawaiian, Meliki Maka, thumbs up,
You
thumbs
said
down.
that correct.
Thank you.
Yes.
I've tried to fuck Hawaiians, so I try
Oh,
to get those
okay.
things accurate.
You gotta say it.
Answer coming up after this.
Here it is. I saw Mother appear on toast. Once I put her on the extra light. The toast was not too dark. Then it popped up, I said, hark. There before my eyes is my mom in toast, the spark. Oh, I saw Mother on my English muffin there in the morning, so bright. What a shock it would have been if other people had known my mother and could recognize the strange crust formations as reflective of my mother. See, that's the joke of that song is that's just some guy's mom.
It's just a
Nobody's gonna go. That's clearly your mom. They don't know her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a much different phone call, right? If I call you,
No, you got no idea. This is Rose Stevenson. You guys gotta believe me. This is the spitting image of Rose Stevenson. Looks just like her.
Hey, Mike from high school. I know we haven't talked in a while, but your mom just appeared on my toast. Hand to God.
Okay, here's the thing about that. It's gross that you remember how much my mom looks like.
Yeah, I know.
You were trying to fuck my mom back in high school.
I was trying to eat your mom back in high school.
Hey, I noticed you're hanging out with my son.
Yeah, but he's busy.
You sound a lot like me.
You are what you eat.
Man.
God bless us, one and all.
Yeah, but he's
You got
busy. Classic setup to eating a woman. Yeah, but
He's busy. And you know what? I'm about to get busy.
oh,
I do
Wow,
prefer
wow.
my bread without yeast, but I will make an exception.
oh shit.
All right,
That's
we're
fucking
back,
funny.
everybody. Brent Mackay.
Yes.
Licky Licky Maki is the thumbs up, thumbs down from Hawaiians on that song.
Everybody sings it.
Okay.
I used to be a part of a choir
Yeah.
when I was a boy, and that was like one of the
mandatory.
big songs. Yeah.
You gotta. If
You
you're gonna do
gotta.
that.
Even though it was written by a white guy and
Yeah,
sung
yeah,
by
yeah.
a white, it was made by a white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's just Hawaii, you know. It's like
Yeah.
What is the Hawaiian pronunciation of the name of the state?
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
The V for straight up. The V.
Yeah.
All the locals say the V, huh?
Not. I never did, but everybody said that I talked like a fucking white guy when I was there.
Really?
Yeah, I
What's
got
the
beat
what's
up
the word
a lot.
for that?
A howley.
A howley.
A
that's
howley,
it.
yeah.
Because you sound Chinese to me.
People in Matt's ears, it's just ching chong, ching
Bing,
chong,
bing, bing,
ching
bang.
chong.
I'm like not even racist. I'm grossly racist. Like even racists are like Matt.
He did not just offer you a fortune cookie.
I was gonna ask you.
There was
too.
a kid named Bronson who used to be like, "What you son out Holly for, huh? What you son out Holly for?" And he would punch me.
Really?
Yeah, he would punch me. He would be like, "Why? Oh, you think you better, huh? Oh,
I like
you want
that.
Howley boy? You want mainland boy?" And he was like half white. Like he
Paul,
was.
surprises Paul in no way. Paul always goes projection first. First motivation. Paul always thinks projection.
It's always.
Yeah.
Bullies,
If
bullies
someone
are
hates
always,
the gay, they're gays. Mm-hmm. If this guy hates you for sounding Hallie, he hates his inner
It's
Hallie.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Now, I just think Hallie, even though it's totally insulting, sounds badass. Like
It
I
does,
really don't
yeah.
mind. Like
It never. And
I
see,
wouldn't mind. Like if I was like if I feel
Like, that'd be a mascot for a basketball team.
yeah,
It's like
The New
Guykin.
Jersey
the
Howleys.
New Jersey Howleys. And it would be all a bunch of, and it would be like just a theme. The theme would be culturally appropriating Hawaii.
Yes.
Like it would be like playing. It would just be like a tiki lounge
Yep.
with like bad.
Players would come out with lays.
Their
Yeah.
shorts would have grass skirts printed on them.
Yes.
and see, that's this is the weird thing that it's hard. It's extremely hard to explain to people.
Yeah.
Is that at least when I was growing up, Howley was not like an angry slur.
Oh.
It was just like
Just a
a
term.
word. Like you could say it like the word Jew. Like you could say it angrily in a way like
Oh,
Stink on it if you
inflection
want.
mattered.
dirty. Yeah,
Intention
inflection
mattered.
mattered. And my
So
mom
like when Roy Moore says, "My lawyer is a Jew," we're not supposed to be upset about that.
yeah, but if he was like
We should be like,
my
oh, he likes
lawyer's a
Jews.
Jew.
Right. Then we're in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Spits afterwards.
And Sassy the horse is like, "That's my job."
We call them goyim, which just means the nations. So it's really not
so it's like, yo, where's my Huawei's at? That kind of thing.
No, I mean it was to me it was
Andy's
synonymous.
not done with this yet.
It was
No, I'm not.
it was just a word that meant like Caucasian white person. Like it never occurred to me until I came up here, and then I realized nobody said the word. And then when I said it, I think it's because there's no word like that for white people in like the regular mainland, so that when they go
There's
to
also
a place,
not a non-offensive term for people of other races on the mainland that white people refer to other races as.
right. No, yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I think of like in Jersey, if you're from growing up on the shore, people who come visit the shore in the summertime are called bennies.
Denny's.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where does that come from?
it's like Bergen, Essex, Newark, New York.
Wow.
It's like an acronym or whatever.
Huh.
And so it means like all people from basically North Jersey and New York that come down to visit in the summertime.
Right.
And I think initially it was also not derogatory, but then now if you say Benny, it's meant like you're a fucking tourist asshole.
It's just.
What about leafers?
Leafers?
Is leafer?
It's a job. It's a proud occupation. You make leaves.
My dad and I call them keisters, the kind of Christians that only show up on Christmas and Easter.
Keisters.
Keisters, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're just it's
You talk
time.
a lot to your dad, or is it kind of like a
Every day.
Okay.
He is his dad, so yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't.
Does that confuse you too?
No, it's just really complicated math. It's no weirder than string theory. So just get over it.
All right. I think string theory is very weird.
In Kentucky,
you're right.
You have a point to me.
we had people would come out of town. We call them the fish arms because they had fish as arms.
Wow.
So it made a lot of sense.
Now, is that derogatory, or is it like
It wasn't meant to be. It was meant to just be like, oh,
descriptive.
That's, it's like, oh, it just cuts off time instead of saying like,
What was the song? You actually sang a song?
yeah, there was,
Believe It or Not,
there was a
right?
song about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here come them fish arms. Here they come. Arms made out of fish. If you meet you a fish arm, make sure that you're charming, cause fish arms can grant you a wish. Fish arms will grant you one wish. Oh yes, fish arms will grant you one wish. Because they suffer their whole life with struggle and strife, with arms made out of fish. When a fish arm decides to make a sandwich, he has to make a couple sandwiches because the fish eat a bunch of the sandwiches. The fish mouth is at the end of the arm, so it makes it really hard to grab and hold utensils. When a fish arm decides it's time for a beer, he better be ready to lose one or two inside of the fish that are his arms.
Fish arms.
Fish arms, fish arms, fish arms. We love you, fish arms.
That was the sassy. Who let sassy back
When you
in
say
here?
it that way, it comes off wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Newman.
Man, you know what? I think the fish arms were right for taking that word back.
That's our word.
That's our
Where
word.
my fish arms at?
I was about to. Where my
It's a
fish
soft
arms is at?
R, by the way.
Where my
It's a
fish
soft
arms
R.
is at?
Well, see, that's the thing. Are they fish arms or are they fish arms?
Right.
Oh, that's the thing.
No, the soft R is crucial. The
Right? Yeah,
soft R is
yeah,
crucial.
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You don't
hard,
go around
hard
going,
R, you are a racist.
You are racist.
Hard R,
Yeah.
you are in deep South Kentucky. We had a bunch of fish arms coming around.
Oh, come on,
Guys.
Jerry.
I was
God
going to
damn
ask
it.
you, Brent, if there's any Hawaiian tradition. Then I realized that we do the Hawaiian tradition. Americans have adopted. We do the pineapple and ham. So I imagine. Do you do Christmas dishes or anything like that the old Hawaiian way?
Not really.
Not really.
I'm not. See, and I'm from a Japanese. I'm full Japanese. So
Yeah.
like, our tradition was just like we're just gonna eat food,
And we were gift man.
Right, yeah.
Now, you were in Japan for a while.
No,
No, not at all.
I went for 1 week when I was a child.
That's a while.
But
That's
you
a
have,
long time.
you have relatives over there?
That's like
Especially in Japan
7
time.
times longer than a day.
I'm
still have
I'm
relatives
sure I do. My family could not even tell you without looking it up.
I was just wondering if you ever got into that space because America, specifically Kentucky Fried Chicken, has done an
Yes.
excellent. Okay, you do
Yes,
know this.
I know
so
about
go ahead,
this.
Tell the people.
I had to learn this from my friend's girlfriend last year, which I was extremely surprised about. In Japan, they take reservations at KFC because it is the tradition of Japanese people to go to KFC on Christmas.
Wow.
And I asked her why this was, and she said, "I don't know. It is super popular." And that was more French.
I am.
Christmas
I
is
am
a very-
well-traveled Japanese woman.
This is a very
I
Americanized.
have my
holiday.
croissant sushi and my.
I am a Atsuka Sushi Mimikutugo.
How is the sushi? at
Yeah,
Kentucky Fried
you got the colonel has the white and the red already, so they just dress him up like Santa,
I laugh into my hands, but at Americans.
and you a gift man.
But you don't keep any. Do you keep, is Japanese like a strong part of your heritage, or you?
It's really not. It's kind of weird in Hawaii. Like they keep a lot of Asian cultures, like
Yeah.
somewhat, but it's also still like very Americanized too in a lot of regards. But like some people are like
Beach Boys version of Japanese.
Yeah. Like the guilt and the, you know, like Asian people, like Asian grandmothers calling you fat and stuff like that's still very much alive in the culture. But
Oh, okay.
Is that why your grandmother always calls me up to tell me I'm fat?
yeah, that's why
It's a cultural thing.
you need to stop sending her Christmas cards with your phone number in it every year.
I did it once.
Help me, Geisha.
has an excellent
Help
memory.
Get her out of my heart.
Help me, Geisha.
Help me, Geisha. Stand up. Help me, Geisha. Why won't you move?
Geisha.
Help me, Geisha. Why are you tiptoeing?
Help me, Geisha, yeah. Get her out of my heart.
Get her out of my house.
Oh man,
F.
yeah.
Andrew, Christmas traditions.
My parents really hated traditions, so we just sort of did whatever we were gonna do. We did some weird stuff. I remember like for Thanksgiving.
Weird stuff. Like
Yeah.
we tried alchemy. We
No,
tried to turn lead into gold.
Oh,
Weird
traditional
stuff.
alchemy Christmas.
Weird stuff.
What'd you get me for Christmas?
we recreated-
I don't know yet.
I'm recreating a big bang in my garage.
Oh, looks like I got you led again. Sorry. Really close, but
Lead again.
led again.
It's another lead Christmas.
Another
at the
hard
old
candy
Taylor
led
house.
Christmas.
Led astray.
it's New England, so you
Led
know,
astray.
We did go up to the relative's house. It was traditional.
Yeah.
Giant heaping mounds of bland food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giant heaping mounds of bland food.
Yeah.
That's every holiday everywhere,
Yeah.
I think. Ted, what do you got going on holidays?
Just going down to California, visit my parents.
Okay.
Yep.
Slap them?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. I'm just looking for.
Is it
checking out
true your
Chris-
parents are
checking
fish
traditions.
arms?
Test them.
Fish arms. Fish arms.
Fish arms.
My grandfather used to definitely like ask me to shake his hand and then yell "wet fish" and like shake my arm. Yeah, that's like a real thing.
Wet fish.
Like, don't give me a wet fish. And just shake my arm.
Don't give me a wet fish.
Yeah, it was telling me to shake hands like a man.
Yeah.
I see what
Oh
you
yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
I know.
Yeah.
So, I have a
Dislocated my
friend-
shoulder though.
I think that's the origin of the term fish arms, right?
That
That's where
probably
it
is.
fish arms,
Yeah.
yeah.
We gotta
It
come in.
goes
You're
beyond
okay.
just
Fish arms.
the fishy handshake.
I
goes
went to the
all
hospital
way
with
to-
Doc-
Soft R people. We're gonna get kicked off of Twitch.
Fish arms.
I went to the hospital and the doctor's like, "That's your fault for shaking hands like a pussy." X-ray says you're a total wuss.
Grow a pair.
Grow a pair. That's a prescription. Here's a prescription for a pair. Grow them.
Now go grow.
Now go grow them.
Get to dropping. Get to dropping in that sack.
Barry, you're back in town. We gotta get Barry a microphone. A lot of
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
like a lot of our people online are flipping out for Barry.
I'll just swap out with Andy. Hey,
There you
How's
go.
it going, Barry?
it's going good now that I'm back from Houston for a little bit.
How long? What's a little bit?
Just till Christmas Eve. Just here to visit Mom and visit Paul and visit Andy and binge drink.
So Barry, you had to undergo the craziness that was the Houston flooding.
I did. That town is fucked. We got out without a scratch, which was
Really?
kind of nice. Yeah, no water hit my house.
Wow.
So
Did you
not
evacuate?
Oh yeah, you bet your ass. It was a funny story. My house, the water was creeping up close, and I was really worried about my really expensive Star Wars video game, Coin Op 1983.
Oh, you know what? We rarely get to do this, but Jesus,
Yeah.
the Houston hurricane.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude?
I hate to keep harping on this, but it's because of legalized gay marriage. I'm sorry. It's-
I think also he just put another secret thing in there, harping on it.
Oh.
Hello.
yeah. No comment on that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Weather dominator.
Sometimes we even need help controlling the weather.
Fucking weather dominator.
So you evacuated, but your house luckily was unharmed.
Yeah, it was unharmed. We evacuated north to a friend's house. That got flooded.
Really?
Damn it! So we ended up literally canoeing.
Give to the Magi. Give to the Magi. Give to the Magi.
I cut my hair, buy a comb.
But that's-
we ended up canoeing through the neighborhood.
Holy shit.
I
Literally.
sold my car for sandbags.
That's the one time you want your relatives to be fish arms.
I'm just imagining that they're not
swimming. They're being dragged
Yeah,
along.
they just get dragged
Like
along.
they're suffocated already, but they're getting dragged.
They're like, you learned very early. Backstroke.
Yeah.
Very early. One choice. You want to have your face up.
Once, twice, 3 times a fish on.
Oh, no.
No, everyone was worried about us, obviously, and I was getting calls from
I wasn't
everyone.
there. I didn't give a
No, we'll just say you were.
right.
But all I could say was, look, the only problem I'm having is I can't find Chinese food. No one's open. It was killing me. Everyone else is worried about, like, oh, is your car flooded? Are you okay? No, dude, I'm hungry.
Okay,
was
and you
about
only
it.
eat Chinese food?
Oh, I love Chinese food, and I found Chinese food.
Really?
Yes, I braved the flood. Literally,
Canoed?
this tall, this
Define
waist
found.
deep.
Did you canoe it?
In the middle of this,
You bet your
Houston
ass I went
flood,
waist deep for Chinese food.
I found Chinese food.
And they delivered via bicycle canoe.
Barry,
A junk comes cruising up next to the house.
damn it, I was just gonna say, when the power goes out and you kill a cat, that doesn't count as finding Chinese food.
It does in Houston.
I found it.
The M and MSG stands for meow.
That cat is going down to Chinatown.
So everybody's okay now?
Everyone's fine now. Well, people are fine. They're not in danger, obviously, but a lot of homes are still flooded.
Still right now.
Well, I don't want to say flooded,
Damage
flooded,
or
but
damage?
sorry, flood damage severely.
Yeah.
So things are recovering, slowly.
There was definitely, like, of all the places that, like, got hit, there was like this, and I know this from growing up in Jersey, that there's like a Texas pride.
Same, Jersey,
You're a Jersey guy.
13 years.
So you're a Jersey guy and you live in Texas. So your tribal ego must be, like, gigantic.
22 years here, 13 there, and I'm in Texas, kind of revealing my age. But
I was
yeah,
gonna say, so far you're about to sound impossible. I was like, you're 118. That's what I just figured out.
That's
Yes.
nothing.
I know, Jesus.
God
Okay.
damn it.
Jesus. All right. So, there definitely was a kind of like of all the places that got hit, Houston was one that was like, you know what? We're fucking Texas. We're going to be fine. Like, there's like, we'll handle this ourselves.
there's a lot of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone there has big trucks with giant tires that they park across 3 handicap spaces. 'Cause
Okay.
That's what you do in Texas. But as long as you
Unless
can
you're handicapped, then you just cry.
Yeah, well, we don't allow them in Texas.
You just double park, put on the hazards, and weep.
There's definitely a lot less bitching than that happened in Louisiana.
Easy, Jesus, easy.
I'm just saying.
When it floods in Louisiana, nobody hears about it because we actually take care of it ourselves.
So, other people displaced, like, you're unaffected. Do you end up taking care of anybody, or who's in your home?
Just my cat and dog.
Okay,
Really,
just
that's
your cat
about
and
it.
dog.
No, we didn't have any room to take care of anybody,
Chinese food.
and no, we didn't. We don't really
Future Chinese
care.
Next week's Chinese food.
There were a lot of other people that were.
Call them wonton and sweet and sour.
No, fortunately, we didn't have to handle anyone that was displaced.
Okay.
There was a lot of people that were doing that downtown that have the room for it, and
Yeah.
we don't have any room for it.
No, I'm not.
Time.
Forgive
I know the
me.
feeling.
I'm spitballing, so I didn't mean to be like, why aren't you taking care of anybody? So now you come back to Vegas. Who's in Vegas?
Paul, Andy,
Okay.
friends, and just my mom. So really, half the time I spend with my mom, and the other half I spend playing games and playing pinball down at the Pinball Hall of Fame and drinking.
You sit back in at Geek Shock
Yeah, we did that yesterday.
yesterday. How'd it go?
Talked some Star Wars.
Okay.
Don't want to give any spoilers.
I know, but are
Snape
you-
kills Dumbledore.
Jesus.
Forgive me, Jesus.
It's okay.
Are
Fighting
you
anyway.
are you of the belief that this movie should not be considered canon?
I am of the belief that this movie should be considered canon.
What?
I'm a
Blasphemy.
I have a lot emotional.
I was warned to not talk politics over the holidays. Should be canon.
I lean Sith,
Okay.
but I'm more middle of the aisle. I lean Sith, yeah.
Trans Sith, is it?
I piss everybody off. I'm just a Dagobon, and no one agrees with me no matter what I play. I just,
Get out of here, Bernie Sanders.
There you go, Bond.
where to go down to Geek Shock now that how do the votes go? Pro good Star Wars or anti?
All pro.
All pro.
Wow. All pro, no way.
All pro.
Wow.
Jacob hates the new Star Wars.
No, I don't hate it. I'm thoroughly unimpressed.
Why do you hate America?
You said if you ever had a time machine, you'd go back in time to make sure that this Star Wars never got made. That's what
Yeah,
you
but that's
told
not
me.
hate. Just because that's the only thing I would do if I required a time machine,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean I hate it.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't think that sci-fi movies are your thing, though, Jay. You didn't.
No,
you
not at
didn't
all.
feel that strongly about Blade Runner 2048 or whatever.
It's fine. I feel honestly about the same as for those two movies.
It sounds about
like it's fine.
the exact same quality.
Whereas you get him next to a DVD of Rudy,
You have no idea how right you are.
and that's not about football. It's about just Sean Astin. It's the total Sean Astin.
Both tiers are for Sean Astin.
The
The last time I sat down and watched Rudy, I contemplated how much money it would take for me to lead the Notre Dame football team out onto the field.
like as a donor.
Yes. Ask me now how much I like Notre Dame football.
How much do you like?
Not at all.
I know. It's like,
In no way whatsoever do I like Notre Dame football. I believe I would pay exorbitant amounts of money to lead the Notre Dame football team out onto the field.
That's all they do. They just, in order to get donors for their university, they just go to bingo halls and start yelling, Rudy, 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 Rudy. And everyone just goes, fuck it, take this money. Be a great university. Be great.
You know he's in town, right?
Rudy Sean Astin? He's shooting a movie.
The real Rudy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the real Rudy's in town.
Okay.
Someone get Andrew a microphone. Just come up.
Stop it again.
The real Rudy lives here in town?
Yeah, Rudy lives here in town. He shows up at like events and stuff. You'll see him.
A friend of mine told me that she met him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. That was the end of the story. I really had nothing else to
It's not
contribute.
much work.
Guys,
He has one bit. He sits alone, eats his dinners. When the waitress comes by, he goes, and he goes, Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity.
Jesus Christ.
I've never been more interested in Brent's story.
In fairness to Paul, that was a very short way to go for one of his jokes.
Yeah.
It's turning up a new leaf. I gave him a long joke earlier, and he passed on it. He's not into it right
Is
now.
that joke part of the canon now?
I'm
the podcast?
Here's a cannon. Rudy cannon. Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity. I let a pooty out my booty. Right. Everything he does.
Who's this character? Who am I supposed to be imagining?
This is fart joke Rudy.
Mad TV, I hope you're listening. We got a sketch for you.
He goes to the local pool.
I don't
He
know
goes
why.
to the local pool and he jumps
I
in.
just checked my email, and I just got it's a demo song from Rudy.
Oh,
neat.
Yeah, we gotta check this out. Hold on, guys. Let me turn it up. Let me play it for you.
Is this from Rudy or Fart Joke Rudy?
This is directly from Fart Joke Rudy.
They're one and the same.
goodness.
They're one and the same. There's no other Rudy.
Oh, we're summoning it now. Let me find the scripture.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem. So, look at my stall tactics.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I think that's Barry question. I realized he wasn't mic'd. Oh wait, but now we have. Rudy.
So far in this show, Paul has made $1.
Oh, yeah, we should remind people. We are in fact doing the bucket show slots. If you want to scroll down and tip either Paul or myself or Jacob or Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus doesn't have a tip button, so tip Spadoni if you want to tip Jesus.
Right.
They're basically the same.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
Here's Fart Joke Rudy.
Juke the old tire tracks in my drawers. I make the farts that sound like lion roars. All of my pooties come out of my bum. Some people thought I was stupid and dumb. I played the football and did it real well. Now all my spare time is spent on my smell. How I exchange and excrete all my gas. Hello, I'm Rudy, say hi to my ass. When I let one go a-slippin', then you know it's me. When I'm at the restaurant, I let one fly, and I don't even say, excuse me. I went to the pool. I decided I would spend the whole day. I sat in the shallow and farting along. I said, it's my sauna. Ha 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 ha. Nobody else liked my farty sauna, but I guess they don't really wanna smell all the food that I ate yesterday. My name is Rudy, and what I say when I have to let a fart out, I do it in creative ways. Like I went to the store next to the deli, and I went and I said, how much for a pound of that? I go to the bank. I said, hey teller. She said, I'm sorry. I said, what's the problem? Yo, you need me to make change? That was my change. Then I went to the car wash. I said, boy, this here car sure needs a washing. They said, would you like the ultra detailed? I said, how much is that? Do you have a air freshener that I could have in my car? Then I pulled a tree from my butt crack, which was brown on one side from my farts. Joke's on them, I farted on a air freshener. I put it back though.
Guys.
Then I got real hungry and went to the mall. I went to Cinnabon to see who was working there. I said I'd like a... The guy passed out from the terrible smell. Then I decided to go to hot dog on a stick. The girl said, would you like a fresh lemonade? I said lemonade. I lemonade something in my pants. When I'm feeling gassy. My name is Rudy. All I do now is tootie. I'm sorry that I am so full of steam.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I had nothing to give to my family, so I decided to fart in several boxes, empty boxes under the tree. When they opened the box, there's a little fart left. I said, I know it doesn't seem like much, but I took the time and the trouble to fart there inside those boxes, then wrap them up nice. And in the end, they figured out that was kind of thoughtful. When Christmas time comes around and it's time for everybody to have punch, I raise up a glass and I say, you know, this time of year, and no, they get it.
I wish that the whole audience could see Andy's face right now.
They can.
Andy's been on these trips more times than you can count.
Yeah.
And it's only because Spadoni is feeding the fire so well. So well.
Spadoni didn't restart the song 9 times.
He did.
You started it once.
He did. It was great.
He did it the first time.
That's
Paul
all
made
it
it a
took.
pattern.
Well,
Look,
a
guys,
pattern.
we want to thank you for joining us. All right. This is, of course, our most tasteful
and intellectual.
Yeah, we really want.
Rudy should get with that librarian.
Anyone can. Oh God. You know, anyone can make you feel warm and fuzzy on a holiday special. We wanted you to learn. You know, we wanted you to evolve as a species.
I feel enriched.
Yeah, thank
Yes.
you. And Jesus has got $2 on the old tip button there.
Yeah, he did.
Good job there.
Thank you.
If you're watching us on Twitch, thank you so much. If you get a chance, go ahead and click that subscribe button up there. If you're an Amazon Prime member, for costing you $0, you get to give us $2.50 or $5, and we really appreciate that. All of it helps. I want to thank you all for joining us here on our special holiday Fuck It show. Someone please get Rudy to sign his release and just get him out of here.
I'm giving Paul a live tip.
Oh, look at this. $1.
Live dollar.
Live dollar.
Oh, don't look for us next week on the Bucket Show.
We're not going to be here.
We're not going to be here.
We're all going to be
We're
here.
taking a week off
Yeah.
from the Bucket Show, and then we'll be back ready to go the following week.
we're not going to be here, Spidoni. Brent, we're not
I'll
going to
let
be
him
here
know.
next week.
Cool.
All right.
Damn it, Rudy.
For the rest of you, maybe I'll try to go live on Pulse or something from my phone or something.
There you
just
go.
to say hello.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pulse. Oh God. It's my fault. I ate Hawaiian sushi.
It's just called spam musubi.
I was trying to fit in with Brent's family, and I really made a huge mistake intestinally. All right.
Brent, will you still be gaming next week?
I will be gaming next week and tonight, actually. Yes.
Congratulations, Brent, on the crew the following your gathering.
Oh,
cream
yeah,
team.
yeah.
Thank you.
The cream team.
The cream team.
We're all proud of the cream team here back here at home base. So thank you so much for doing that. All right, guys. This was the Bucket Show, but it wasn't really, was it?
No, not really.
All right, we'll see
The
you.
Bucket Show.
The fuck is shit.
See you soon. See you in 2018. See you in 2018.
That's right.
See you in 2018. We'll make up, and perhaps we'll get our studio back.
Yeah. Just sorry we couldn't do our regular thing these last 2 weeks, but we needed a break, and we couldn't. We didn't
have our
space.
studio.
And our studio was taking
That was the main thing.
Yeah.
But we'll come back with guns a blaring in.
Turns out how we
2018.
treat the holidays versus how Ugoog Productions treats the holidays. Their version matters more than our version.
They're working.
Yeah. But thank you all so much. Thank you to Frozen 49th Scoop, Bit Royale, Scoopo Fail, the real RJ Owens. Buddy, you
Oh, hey.
You guy can eat and twitch. Froyo Softser, Yuli Dig, Scoop Jessica, Scoopanova Girl, KS Conkle, Bit Royale. I said your name already, goddammit. Cthulhu Collector. Who else do we got in here? Harper Scoop, Nick Cage. What? No.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicholas Cage.
He does live here, so that could
Frozen
be.
49th Scoop.
Does he live with Rudy?
Scoop and see him. Scoop and
Scoop and Slam.
Scoop and Slam. That's a lowercase L if I've ever seen one.
Yep.
TM King 999. Who else we got?
Did you say XGD Falcon? There he is.
Hello, Larry.
The Kid XP.
Kid XP, nice. Moxie Fox. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining
Betsy
us.
Boop Scoop.
Thanks for your tips. Thanks for your cheers. Thanks for your subscriptions. And thank you for a wonderful year of doing total nonsense every Wednesday.
And appropriately enough, on the tips today, Jesus wins.
Jesus wins.
Yeah.
What would
And
Jesus
I always
do?
will.
He's so arrogant.
Oh yeah. Gotta have that music.
2017 is out of here.
Anybody with a New Year's resolution?
No.
Jesus,
Stop fucking around.
stop fucking around,
Yeah,
Jesus.
just get my shit
Get it
together.
together.
I like
Get
that.
it together.
I like that. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. We'll see you soon.
So, Paul, seriously.